Miami and Florida State are going at it on the recruiting trail in 2024. The bitter in-state rivals don't always end up battling for the same prospects, but this year there seem to be more head-to-head recruitments than usual. Let's bring on Director of Recruiting for On3, Chad Simmons, to talk about which way some of these battleground recruitments are leaning. See the list here. We'll start with 5-star wide receiver JoJo Trader, 4-star safety Zaquan Patterson, 4-star edge Dylan Stephenson, 4-star edge Booker Pickett, and the big man 4-star offensive tackle Jonathan Daniels. Chad, let's start at the top with wide receiver JoJo Trader, 5-star prospect out of Miami, Florida. Not only one of the most explosive wide receivers in the state, but also in the entire country, the number 11th overall ranked recruit in the On3 consensus. So my question to you, Chad, is which way is JoJo leaning?
You know, Josh, I like Miami right now. Obviously, local school. I asked him back in January when I saw him at a 7-on-7 event, how many times have you visited Miami? He said, too many to count. Obviously, it's right around the corner. He's right there in Hollywood, Florida, at Chaminade, Madonna, back-to-back state champions. And you know, Miami wants to keep him right there, you know, at home in their backyard. I mean, he's a program guy that can change things for them and become an instant playmaker for Crystal Ball. And, of course, FSU's in his top 5, so they're very much in this as well. But I like where Miami's at right now.
All right, let's stay right there at Chaminade Madonna Prep. The number 4 ranked safety in the country, Zaquan Patterson, another Florida State Miami battle. Some other teams involved too, but Chad, on this way, which way you leaning?
Same high school, same lean. University of Miami right here over Florida State. Again, right now he's been there to Tallahassee multiple times, but not as many as the place he calls home, and that's Miami. And he calls it, has that home feeling to it. He's been there a lot. He's I would say almost like a personal project for Crystal Ball, a very hands-on head coach. And I know he feels that love from the head coach at Miami.
Guys, if you are a big-time recruiting fan, this is the place to be. Do me a favor right now. Subscribe to the On3 YouTube page. All the latest recruiting developments, and we also have a ton of college football content as well. Let's move on to 4-star edge Dylan Stephenson. He's another Miami product at Columbus High School. Number 96 prospect overall. Which way's he leaning?
Yeah, this was a little bit closer for me, Josh. If I have to lean one way or the other, I'd probably go Miami because he's, again, down there in Miami. He goes to Columbus. You know, that's obviously Crystal Ball's alma mater. He wants to keep those guys at home. When Stevenson put out his top schools, I mean, both Florida State and Miami are there. He was at Florida State in January. He plans to be back for the spring game in April. So FSU is very much in this. I think it's a little bit tighter maybe than Patterson and Trader, but I give Miami that slight edge right now for Stevenson as well.
Moving on to edge Booker Pickett. He's out of Tampa, Florida, Wharton High School. He's the number 82 overall prospect on the On3 consensus. Another one between Florida State and Miami. Chad, which way are you leaning on Booker Pickett?
Well, I think you have to start at home. Obviously, he's a Miami legacy. You know, his father played D-line for the University of Miami, but believe it or not, he's actually, you know, visited Florida State more than he has Miami. He actually grew up liking Florida State more than he did Miami. I still lean, though, towards the bloodlines. You know, obviously, University of Miami had also an uncle that played at Ohio State. So he has obviously some rich bloodlines there as far as NFL guys and just college football talent in the family. But I do lean towards Miami just because he's a Miami legacy. But I think this one's, again, very close. FSU is very much in play. Coach JP, the DN's coach at Florida State's highly involved, as is multiple coaches, including Jason Taylor at the University of Miami. So slight edge right now, leaning towards Miami.
Miami with the top 10 class in 2023 right now, early in February, early in the 2024 cycle. They got a couple leans heading their way. Let's go to Pensacola, Florida with the big man, Jonathan Daniels. He goes 6'5", an athletic 285. He's at Pine Forest High School, number 152nd overall prospect on the On3 consensus. Chad, it's early, but which way you leaning for Jonathan Daniels?
I'm going to go the other way this time, Josh. I'm going to go to Florida State. Obviously, he's a panhandle kid in Pensacola. Visited Florida State more than anywhere else so far. Been there, I think, 4 or 5 times. He's very close with O-line coach Alex Atkins going back to Florida State this spring. Miami just jumped in January with the offer. Talked to Daniels earlier this week. He said all those schools, in-state schools, are coming hard, including Miami, Florida, and Florida State. But right now, talking FSU versus Miami, I like where the Seminoles are at right now.
All right, Chad, I like this segment. I think we're going to check back in on some of these battleground recruitments between FSU and Miami, but also maybe next week do another rivalry group or another area of the country. So, Chad, thanks for dropping in on the inside scoop and giving all your intel. We appreciate it.
Anytime. Thanks, Josh.
See you, Chad. Thank you for watching. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. And remember to check out all the videos on the On3 YouTube page.